Hi, my name is Jacob Easter, and I work for the Virginia Department of Forensic Science. Marijuana and industrial hemp, or hemp, are both varieties of the plant Cannabis sativa. In Virginia, marijuana is controlled, but hemp is not. The main difference between the two is the concentration of delta-9 tetrahydrocannabinol, or THC, found within the plant. THC is the chemical that is responsible for the psychoactive effects of marijuana. Otherwise, marijuana and hemp look and smell the same. In order to help tell marijuana and hemp apart, a test to measure the concentration of THC in the plant is required. The current marijuana field test approved by the Department of Forensic Science, or DFS, the Duquesnoy-Levine test, can presumptively identify cannabis sativa plant material, but cannot distinguish between marijuana and industrial hemp. In this video, we will demonstrate how to use an additional field test that can help to differentiate between the two. It has been called several things. The test kit is labeled as a cannabis typification test, but more commonly is called the 4AP test or the Swiss test. For the video, we will refer to it as the 4AP test. The 4AP test should not be used alone. You must first use the Duquesnoy-Levine test to determine that the plant material is cannabis. If you get a positive result from the Duquesnoy-Levine test, the 4AP test will help to narrow down if the plant material is most likely marijuana cannabis or hemp cannabis. If you get a negative result on the Duquesnoy-Levine field test, the plant material is not cannabis, so you should not use the 4AP test. If the suspect raises the affirmative defense, meaning they are claiming that the material is hemp and that they are a hemp grower, dealer, or processor, or such person's agent, or there is evidence or an allegation that the material in question is a hemp product, the 4AP test can provide important information. The test is a tool for law enforcement that can provide direction in the handling of potential cannabis evidence. One note for consideration: the 4AP field test is not an approved field test as published in the Virginia Register of Regulations, which means that the results of the test cannot be used for testimony at either the preliminary hearing or at trial. But that doesn't mean that it can't be useful in an investigation. Okay, how does the test work? The 4AP test cannot determine the concentration of THC in the sample. Instead, the 4AP field test is a ratio test that turns different colors based on the ratio of cannabidiol, or CBD, to tetrahydrocannabinol, or THC, in the cannabis plant material. Both CBD and THC are usually found in all varieties of cannabis, but marijuana cannabis generally has higher concentrations of THC, and hemp usually has higher concentrations of CBD. Once presumptive results are obtained in the field with the Duquesnoy-Levine and 4AP kits, the officer can then determine whether the evidence should be submitted to the Department of Forensic Science for testing. The determination of THC concentration requires additional testing at DFS. We'd like to demonstrate how to use the kit. First, check the expiration date on the kit to ensure that you are within the date window. The kits were developed in Europe, so the date is in the format of day, month, year. This kit has an expiration date of August 31st, 2020. So since we are currently in October of 2019, we can proceed with the test. Now open the pouch and remove the tweezers found inside. Using the tweezers, place a very small sample into the test pouch. You may ask, how small is small? You need approximately 5 milligrams, or about the size of a single grain of rice. Adding too much sample will likely yield inconclusive results, so keeping the sample small is very important. Tap the kit on a hard surface so that the plant material sample is knocked to the bottom of the pouch. The tweezers should be used for this one test and discarded to avoid cross-contamination between tests. Close the pouch and break the glass ampules with gentle pressure, one immediately after the other. The order is not important. Ensure that the plant material is submerged in the liquid from the ampules at the bottom of the pouch. Gently mix by agitating the plant material sample with the liquid in the pouch for approximately 5 to 10 seconds. After approximately 1 to 2 minutes has passed, note the color, if any, that has developed in the pouch. Keep in mind that any resulting color may intensify after 2 minutes has elapsed, and as a result may become increasingly more difficult to accurately interpret. If the result is inconclusive, meaning that the result is anything other than pink or blue, repeat with another test kit on a sample from another part of the questioned plant material. If the result is a dark purple color or very dark blue, the sample size may have been too large. Retest the plant material using a new kit and a smaller amount of material. If there is no color change, retest the plant material using a new kit and the same amount of material. A blue result indicates that the concentration of THC is greater than the concentration of CBD. The plant material is likely marijuana and should be submitted to DFS for further testing if criminal charges will be filed. A pink result indicates that the concentration of CBD is greater than the concentration of THC, suggesting that the sample is more likely to be industrial hemp. Generally, a pink result indicates that the plant material in question should not be submitted to DFS for further testing. If after repeating the test on a smaller sample size, the result is still inconclusive, the questioned material should be submitted to DFS for testing. When submitting such cases for analysis, please specify on the RFLE form accompanying the evidence that the field test results were inconclusive. Once completed, the test kit should be disposed of properly. It should not be submitted to the laboratory. Controlled Substances Supervisors at the Department of Forensic Science Laboratory are happy to answer questions regarding the 4AP field test. Please contact the section supervisor in the laboratory that services your agency. We hope that this video has provided helpful instruction in using the new 4AP field tests to help differentiate marijuana from hemp. Thanks for watching.